Welcome to or welcome back to Snackable Media.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Jenny.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, Jenny, have you heard about these federal employees getting parades for them losing their jobs?
Oh my gosh, no. Are you kidding? Parades?
Basically, they have people waiting outside the building when they lose their jobs, throwing sob stories for them. I can't wait for you to see some videos.
Let's roll into it. You have got to be kidding me. This can't be real. I don't even know what to say right now.
You've never had people waiting outside your job for you to throw a little parade when you lost your job before?
No, I haven't. Like that, this is not real life. Like, I'm sorry that people have lost their jobs, but honestly, it's waste. We're not going to pay for hamster fighting, ice cream trucks, Las Vegas hotels and casino stays by the government workers. And then on top of it, government workers being upset because we are trying to hold them accountable for the work that they are doing or should be doing, and then judging them on it because we don't want our taxpayer dollars wasted anymore.
Unfortunately, though, too, is that I think they are doing their job, but it's their job is to waste U.S. tax dollars.
I mean, look, the amount of outrage, melting down, and sort of outpouring of emotion over this ought to tell you everything you need to know. We had a lady on CNN today, a supposed federal worker, who said she was infuriated by getting this email. She had time to go on CNN, but she didn't have time to send a 30-second email saying, well, here's what I was working on last week. This is what people in the private sector have come to hate about how they view the public sector.
If my supervisor or uppers asked for that from me and I did not do that, like if I thought there weren't going to be repercussions, I mean, I'm playing with fire. And not only that, I do my job. So it'd be easy for me to send an email stating what I have been doing.
It's crazy to me how the media is about it. That's actually what gets me the most, is the media who defends this at all costs, no matter what. They'll make up an excuse as to why all these people need their jobs, even if people aren't even working at all. I mean, you heard what they said. They called it abusive for people to lose their jobs, abusive for American people to have our government audited and to find out that money's being wasted and then to not want to waste that money.
They're using these words that are absolutely ridiculous and offensive to people who are really have really been abused. You know, abusive, the word abusive, that probably is a trigger word for some
that's
people.
a real word
like that,
for somebody.
That is, there are people who've really been abused or being abused now, women, children, men all around the world. And to use a word like that for someone who's just losing their job, an everyday activity that, yeah, it's unpleasant. It happens to everybody. That is wrong.
Let's hear from one of these people who has one of these jobs.
First, just tell us about this email and what it was like receiving it and what you all have talked about after getting it.
Sure. I got this email Saturday afternoon, about 3 p.m., and I felt absolutely infuriated getting this email with a demand within 48 hours to provide a response on what I did within the last week or face termination. This is clearly an attempt from Elon Musk to harass and bully and intimidate the federal workforce.
All the Office of Personnel Management is asking, all this administration is asking, President Trump is asking, is for federal workers who live off of the American taxpayers' dime to send 5 bullet points of what they have done in the previous week. That is all we are asking for.
Who is ever going to employ someone like that now? Like, you just showed your face on TV. I'd be humiliated if that was me getting on TV crying about sending a 5-sentence email stating what I have done or what I did. I'd be so proud to send that email. I'd send a research paper.
This highlights the disconnect between the federal government, the federal employees, the government employees. This is it, and it illustrates the disconnect between Democrats and the middle class, the media, the middle class. It illustrates exactly why Democrats lost, why they've completely lost connection to the average person, is because they actually believe that this is a real life sob story that should have been played on TV. That this is a real life legitimate complaint that deserves airtime and that deserves to be argued about. People lose their jobs all the time in the private sector, and we do not see people throwing these parades, throwing the fits that they are on the media. We do not see this. It's all so phony, so fake, so played up, and illustrates and shows to everyone why the Democrats and the left and the people who work in the federal government and in pretty much all government just do not understand real life.
Again, this is to ensure that federal workers are not ripping off American taxpayers, that they are showing up to the office, and that they are doing their jobs. That's what the American people expect, and it's a very simple task to complete. I did it myself, and I was more than happy to do it because I'm very grateful that I am serving the American people on the American taxpayers' dime.
What would you say you do here?
So I think it was actually, there was a lot of genius in sending it. We're trying to find out if people are working. And so we're sending a letter to people. Please tell us what you did last week. If people don't respond, it's very possible that there is no such person or they're not working.
It's evidently just like Social Security, a bunch of fucking dead people are still getting salaries from the fucking government. So they're figuring if you don't email back because you're dead, then we don't have to continue to pay you. That's what that is. It's two parts. That, and they said some of these government workers, they're doing so little work they don't even check their email. So that'll fix that too. Yeah. We're gonna just fix the glitch. You get it? You get it?
We fixed the glitch. So he won't be receiving a paycheck anymore, so it'll just work itself out naturally.
Once again, the wasteful spending on whatever it's being spent on, other countries, aid that's not really aid, work that's not really being done, jobs that really aren't needed jobs, has to be cut and eliminated. And that's going to hurt some people's feelings. And that's okay, because as the everyday working American, we should want this to happen. We need to secure our futures and our children's futures and quit paying for so many other people's waste.
If you're still with us, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, commenting or sharing. Thanks again for watching.
Check you later. Check you later.